Hello and welcome to our video game character versus tournament, within which we will be pitting some tough and beloved video game characters against each other with an added modifier of placing them in a random foreign video game world and discussing not only which of the two characters is the toughest, but also which character would be the most useful in said world as your wingman or woman. So, this series will play out as so. We'll be going over the pros and cons of each character in a podcast-style format and vote between the three of us on who we think would win out in said scenario. I'm sure there'll be occasions where you'll disagree with our choices. If so, feel free to put your case across in the comments for discussion. All I ask is for people to be respectful and not be a dick about it. Anywho, that's enough housekeeping. Without any further ado, let's do it to it. Right, let's crack on with the next tournament round. So we need to pick the other characters at random. So Lou, do you want to pick a character from 1 to 4? Two numbers from 1 to 4, please.
4 and 3.
4 and 3 are Lego Harry Potter. 3 is Lego Harry Potter, and 4 is Yuna. So Lego Harry Potter versus Yuna. And now I need you to pick a world from 1 to 17.
1.
Silent Hill. So this is Lego Harry Potter and Yuna versus, or who would be the best in a Silent Hill world.
Round 2.
Thoughts on that, anyone?
I don't think Harry Potter can go because I think he's PG-13.
Yeah, Lego Harry Potter specifically.
He needs a chaperone.
Although him and Pyramid Head might become friends because they're both sort of, they're both into right angles, so
they're misunderstood.
Yeah. They're both very peculiar shapes, so maybe they'll become good bad vibes.
I don't know what to make of it. That's the weirdest combination I've ever heard.
I don't know how Yuna would react in that world. How would Yuna react in a Silent Hill world?
She'd have a cry first.
She's got her rayons and shit, but still, come on. I'd use what's the fucking Venus flytrap one called?
Anima.
Yeah, I'd use
right
Anima. Yeah, he'd fit in well, wouldn't he? He'd be good in that world. Yeah. So, all right. Let's just talk about them verses first of all, and then we'll go into their potential usefulness in that world.
Fight.
Not a lot.
Yeah, Yuna versus Lego Harry Potter then.
I think for Yuna's sake, she's kind of allied with the light. So I think that might be a potential bonus to her. She is kind of spiritual. Her other power is white magic.
Isn't it also? It's also like a religion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of her thing. She's sort of very religious.
Yeah,
there's temples and everything, aren't there? So.
Yeah. So
I mean, in a weird way, she's like a prophet or like a Jesus or something, isn't she?
Yeah, basically. I don't. I'll end it there. I mean, she's kind of got some benefits. She's got defense against the dark.
Here's a
Harry's got defense against the dark arts, but
here's the thing. Because neither of them are like murderers or bad guys. But they should be able to get out of Silent Hill, shouldn't they?
They may never enter it in the first place. They may get as far as the fog world.
Well, yeah, they're definitely at least in the fog world.
Unless you've got guilt problems or you've done something very naughty, you shouldn't.
But it's not always that. The first one, he hadn't done anything wrong, had he? He had guilt, maybe.
He had a difference in that his daughter was allied with Silent Hill and he was dragged in that way.
Yeah.
But as far as the others go, usually they've done something very naughty.
You'd have to presume it's a similar sort of thing. They're brought in through a third party, then, similar to the dude.
Hang on, didn't
one.
you tell me that in the last one that Harry Potter had actually cast the Avada Kedavra spell?
Ah. Has he killed anyone though?
Has he killed?
Still fucking cast it.
That's true, and that's a toughie.
Here's a question: what about certain. Is there any collateral damage with his duel? His fighting off with Voldemort? Because if there is, he'd at least probably have guilt for that, even if he wasn't responsible.
I mean, to be fair, Harry Potter, up to any point but the very end of the final movie, has a piece of Voldemort's soul in him. Spoilers, sorry. Which might go against him.
Yeah, so the Silent Hill.
Sick, crazy mind might bring out the worst of Silent Hill. For Harry.
So Silent Hill might be a little bit more difficult for Harry, whereas it would be for Yuna. In a versus sense, that would be a difficult one because although Yuna, she's got magic powers as well, really, but they're probably not as flexible as what Harry's are. But then Harry's probably aren't as strong.
She has healing and she has a lot of protective magics.
I'd say she's probably the weak link though. If he could just evade Bahamut or someone and then take her out, he'd probably have he'd have a good chance of it. But I think if you throw in the dynamic that he's probably like crippled partially by then the Silent Hill world, which will be giving him a far harder time than it would Yuna. I don't know, I mean, who would you want to carry through that world? You probably want to carry Yuna through because having the ability to call on like a fucking massive Aeon at any point would be, super useful. Oh, Pyramid Head, yeah, and I can't bother. Giant dragon, kill it. But
I lean towards Yuna this time. As much as I love little Harry.
I'm kind of torn because I think it's in a versus matchup. I think Harry still beats Yuna in a
Silent Hill.
In a Silent Hill scenario. I'd want Yuna to take through. So I'm just gonna give it to Harry Potter, even though I'm slightly worried that he's gonna win this thing. But I'm gonna go with Harry Potter. So you're the deciding factor, Vanessa. Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter or Yuna, Silent Hill world. Thoughts?
On the basis of Harry already has this kind of like battle with himself, doesn't he? About the whole good and evil and being able to talk parcel tongue and all that kind of shit. I reckon him being put into a world of Silent Hill would be, and with the part of like Voldemort being dark and stuff, I reckon he'd be too, maybe not easy, but I reckon he'd eventually be swayed into the dark side of it all.
He's just a little boy, and I think he'd crack.
Yeah, so do I.
But if he cracks, don't worry about it. We'll just put him back to peace or use some super glue.
Good idea.
Maybe I shouldn't have specified Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah, there are technically other Harry Potter games. So.
Yeah, like I'm not
You're
sure Pyramid Head's got any
factor.
spare glue, so
Yeah.
might be downfall. But yeah, I reckon Yuna.
Okay, well, Yuna wins it then. So Yuna wins that round, and we shall move on to.
That's so funny though. That was great, just for the mental image.
You win. Perfect.